Hello dear VIPs, I trust you're having a great time. A happy new year 2025. If you are a new person visiting my channel or coming across my channel for the first time, please do subscribe, like, leave a comment so we can have an intercourse of ideas. We can share and exchange new ideas as related to civil engineering, both in designs and structural or architectural. Okay, right? So please do share my channel with your friends. Let your friend come in massively so that, and we are actually back to be dropping content now back to back. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you how to actually come out with your own title sheet and how to set up your layout in Autocad. Probably you've done your detailings in Autocad, or be it architectural or structural, and you want to have a well presented and well arranged document, right? So how do you actually do that? That is what I'm here today to show you, how you can achieve that and how you can have a well detailed and good looking drawing, so that when you present to your clients something, you print it out, it will look something like this, right? So you look at this drawing right now, you see the way it's well seated on the title sheet here, and it's all looking that nice and clean. So let me have my mouse pointer here so that you easily understand what is going on, right? So see the way it is. I'm going to show you how to include this title block and print in such a way that everything comes out merged like this. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's dive straight into AutoCAD. So first thing for you to do is that you have to actually decide on the sheets, the size of paper that you want. Okay, probably you want to do A3, or you want to have your drawing on an A4 paper, or A1, A0, it all depends. Okay, so you go online, you could Google the size of an A3 papers, and then you come and put the same size in millimeter. Like this is the size of an A3 here, right? So let me have this size measure and then zoom in. You see this is 297, right? And that is the width of it, and the length of it, probably I want to have my vertical here. This is a vertical sheet, right? So this other side, what would be that dimension? That is 420. So that is the size of an A3 paper, right? So you come in with this size. What you do is that you actually have to offset the border line. Okay, so this, my border here is estimated to be 5 meter. In real, this is in millimeter. So you see that this is scaled at, or is offset 5 meters from that, and then that will be like a borderline to that my sheet. You see, when you print out a sheet, you see the sheet always coming out with this kind of borderline. You see this borderline here, that is what I've just included there. So what you come in now, you have to come in and put in your own information that you want. You see, like here I always have the first thing on my sheet is the note where I explain about all dimensions in millimeter otherwise stated, and then you have your client names. You come on the sheet, you have the title of the project and the address, right? The project names and the address, right? And then you come on the drawing titles, where you have to give it, whether it's a ground floor, it's a beam detailing, you give it a date, and that is it. Probably scale it. It might not be the same with my own, right? So you have to come in also and give the firm address and some other things here. Here you probably want to insert your logo. So I'm going to show you 2 ways to insert your logo. You might want to insert your logo in your working environment first, before you then take this sheet now to the layout where you are going to be doing all those magic, right? So I'm going to show you how to actually put in your own logo here, and I'm also going to show you how you can also bring in your logo and place it while using the layout already, right? So this is Time Engineering logo. Let me go to the logo itself. So this is the logo here. You can say this is Time Engineering. So probably I might want to snipe this logo right now. So what do? You can press Window and Shift S on your keyboard. This is a sniping tool. You snipe exactly what you need, right? So I'm just going to go here and take a screenshot of this here. So when it comes in, you see this here telling you that you have sniped and saved this on your clipboard. So what do? I can come into this model space and press Ctrl V and paste it. So I'm going to paste it somewhere here. So this is my logo here. I have to rescale it. So I might go down to modify here and use my scale, right? So while clicking on this right side here, I want to scale it probably like so. Let's see. Now it's actually covering the text that I wanted. I have behind there, so let me rescale it back. Let me take it down a little bit, not too much, like so probably, and then move it up. I'm going to be moving this one up so that I have everything nice and fitted like this, right? So all of these other writings are okay. So it depends on how your logo is. In mine is a little bit rectangular, so you're going to be having this. So I want to leave this text here, right? I want to leave this text with me so that I get to send this information out to on my title sheet, right? So you can then give in drawn by and then check by. You giving the person that check. So when you're done with all of this setup already, it's time for us now to. So I'm going to be deleting the other sheets that are already here. So I'm going to go down here and say delete sheet. Yes, accept. I want to delete this sheet. I want to delete this. I want to also delete the first page, right? So when I'm here now, you see I have layout here. My layout is active here. If this layout is not available, you can also delete this. Let's say when you delete it, you still have another layout, right? So the layout comes. If you click on this plus sign, you see there's layout 2. So always click. There's a plus sign down here. You click on it to get your layout. So back on this layout, I'll click on this layout. This is the layout that I have. The layout already comes with a viewport here, right? With a viewport showing the different things that are on that sheet, right? So this is what is going to guide us. But for the start, I'm going to delete this, and then back here, right click on this command bar here, go down to see page setup, right? So this is where we are going to be setting our page, right? So I'm going to go to modify of this layout one. I'm choosing the paper size here to be A3, and I want it to be portrait, right? This is our sheet was vertical. I wanted vertical as we said there, and you want to print to PDF, right? That is PDF, or DWG to PDF. That is it, right? We'll go back again here and choose our sheet. So we're going to be looking for A3 again here. So this is A3, and I want it portrait. I don't want in that shape, right? So I'm going to look for the size here that says 290. So that is it there, portrait, right? So I'm done with all of this setting here. What do? I have to just go in. There's nothing more here to do. I'm just going to click OK. So when I click OK, what happened is that this is my modify here and everything is okay. That is the current sheet that we are having. You see this scale line, the dotted line around the border, right? So that is actually the size that will be called out here, right? It's almost like the margin. So what do? I'm going to go back now to my model space by clicking here. I'm going to copy this, right? I'm going to copy all of this, say Control C, and then I go back to my layout one here. So what do? I'm going to click here right now and paste it. So I'm going to press Control V on my keyboard. That is the title sheet that we have there. You zoom really, really well to see the ending point of this line, and then you just eyeball it and drop it there, right? So I'm dropping it right there, hoping that it's actually what we wanted, right? So looking at this now, I think that our border line fits directly with this one. So what am I going to do? I'm going to delete the other ones that was outside, okay, the one that I used in offsetting. So now, before I even get to that point, there's another point of concern here. So this is the title block. They scaled out the border line that we wanted to use. If you look at it now, it's out of this point here, meaning that if I want to do a page preview, let's do Control P to preview this page and see. You see now that it's cutting out the other information. It's only one line that is showing. We are not seeing the complete border line, and we are not also seeing the information down here. You see that, right? So that is because our information here is out of that viewpoint here. You see, this is where the viewpoint is. Before I even get there, let me change this border line to a solid color, not a dash color like that one. Let me do elevation color here. So what do? I'm going to copy this again and try to move it closer to that point there. So let me copy from here and move it right up here. You see where the dotted line is. So I'm going to be dropping this here, right? Let me zoom a bit again so that it's really close to it. So that is it there. and then let's check by the side here if we are also within range, right? So we are going to be doing this multiple times to make sure that it's perfectly fitting, fits directly on this dotted line. So I'm going to use this middle ball here, draw it a little bit closer down here, so zoom very well to make sure that you are really close to that. So what am I going to do now? I'm going to also test, I'm going to test this preview now. I'm going to preview this again to see if it's fitting well. So we'll have issues again. So the information on the title block is coming out, but on the right side of this again, we still lost some information. There's no border line down here. You see that there's no line down here and there's no line, but that at the top is okay. So we are going to be correcting just two sides right now. So let's go back here, correct this here. So what will I be doing? Can I just move this one up, or I should move the whole sheet up? So let me see. So move. So let me move this whole sheet up a bit. Let's say move this, go to move, and then drag this just a little bit up, just a little bit up. Like I can take out this this snapping tool down here. Let's take it up a little bit like so, and then back on the right side here. Now we can while on that orthogonal mode, we can try to bring it inside because it seems like it's outside that mark. So let me bring the whole thing completely outside and see and try to trace that line. So now we can see the line. Let's move it a little bit closer again to that line. So zoom very well so that it's really close to that point. So this is it. That is it there. I think at the top we are fine here. So let me just bring this down to again to see, to make sure that we are not having the same issue again. So while we move the other one up. So this is it here. I think that is fine. So you just have to eyeball it like that and drop it. So I think this is fine. Let's preview this again and see. So go to preview here and see. So we have our border line and everything is good, everything is clean. So you can make it a little bit thicker. Some people like to have the line thick, and that is fine. That is actually fine. So I can just come here and get properties so that I can change the line width of this line here. So let me have it like 30. It's not too nice to have it too printed out. So now this is a sheet we have here. Everything is okay. You can always edit this information by double clicking on them and then typing what you want, right? So when you can edit them, the sheet number there, you edit all of those informations as you want, right? So let me go in here now and bring in our layout, our layer and our window to actually have our model space. It's like call out. We want to call out the model space where we have our drawing to scale on this sheet, right? So I'm going to go here. You see this layout here is blue, so we can click on it and then go under where it says rectangular, right? We click on that rectangular and then click on rectangular. Now we can then call out our model space. So I'm going to check on this snap again so that I can perfectly click at this point and go diagonally to the next point. So be careful not to take this down here, because when you take this down here, it's going to call out everything, and your drawing, when you scale them, it might come and be behind the text, right? So drop it at the top of your title block here, right? So I'm going to drop it there. So once you drop it there, you see now that you can also see the information that is on your page, right? That is on your working environment. So I want to zoom in now and pick one or two drawings and scale. So let me say I want to first of all work with this one. This is the first drawing that I want to fit to scale. So what do I do? Once it's on the page layout like this, I can click down here. This is the position where I can change my scale. On the command bar, you go down here, and then I want to draw. Let's say I want to put this scale 1 is to 50. That is too big right now. So let's have scale 1 is to 100. So scale 1 is to 100 is nice and all fitted, well fitted on the paper. So we can eyeball it and centralize it in such a way that it will come out really, really nice, right? So that is all. So what do? You have it here. You can then, you see that when you are out of that page, for you to get in of this page, you double click here. You have the whole space again available for you. Once you want to get out of that page, so let me go back. I think I've modified it a little bit. So once you're done scaling your drawing, you double click outside of that page to go out from that model space, right? To go out from the model space and be out and come to your layout space where you can do the editing of your text and put in information as you wish, right? So from here now, I can come back to my layout here and right click here and take rename. So I want to call this one, let's just say plan 1. Then very importantly, you want to put in bracket 1. That is the first page, right? So that the numbering of the page will be done automatically, right? So you wouldn't be stressing to put in that information. So I want to close the bracket. So remember, you see this is plan 1. So once I click on this again and say move a copy, I want to move a copy, you right click and say move a copy, and then move to end and create a copy. So that is how you're going to create a new page again, or a new layout. So I'm going to click here. So you see this comes now plan in bracket 2, right? So when you click on this one now, it's a new page. So this is a new page. You want to probably plot in another drawing that you have, and you check the scale down here. You see, remember I said I double click when I want to go out of this model space. I double click outside. When I want to come into the model space, I double click inside this white space, right? So there I can then have my my drawings well fitted like that. And then while I'm staying on in the model space, I can then change my drawing scale. Now this is what I want. So once your scale is all set, you can then try to pan it to fit well on that sheet, right? So you double click outside. I'm out of that now. You can then give it a new name. I don't know what that is, so you can just say anything that you want to put there, right? So you change any information that you want to change. Let's say this is sheet 2, right? So you can change the date. The scale here is K1 is to 100. So remember to fit in all those things. We are in 2025, right? So this 2025, and this is January, right? January 2025. So space, and then that is it. Probably you had something to do, the client name, all of that is really you already key in that information from the first page, so that you don't always have to key it. The only thing you'll be changing here will be the title and the page number, and that is all good, right? So if I want to go to the next page again, I right click here, I say move a copy, then I say move to end, create a copy, and then I click OK. So you see now it's plan 3. So you can always be giving the name. If I want to edit this other name now, just right click here. Remember not to remove the text in that bracket. I want to call this TT, whatever. So that is a page where we are working right now, right? So you just double click back here. You want to scroll in well and locate the next sheet that you want. So I'm coming down here again. Scale 1 is to 100, and I think it's all the borders are okay. So that is it. I can come in here and give it another name. Let's say floor plan 2, right? So that is it right there. What do I do next? I'm going to change the sheet number to sheet number 3, architectural 103. So that is it. I'm out of that page, right? So now here I have 3 pages that I can then, let me close these other pages that I have, this other layout that I have here, so that we can then plot what we have here. And that is all for our class. So what do you do in plotting? You go to click on this architectural symbol here, the logo up here, right? You click on it and then you go to publish. Just click on publish there, and you are going to have this dialog box here where you'll be showing you the different sheet. So I had 3 sheets here. You see the first one was plan all of them are starting with FF because the page that we are working on, the title is FF, right? So that is why you're seeing FF model. So I want to first of all delete the Autocad model there. So deleting it here will not delete the file on your computer, right? So I just want to delete this. This is our layout page, our publish page, where we want to print our drawing. So here now, I want to come in here under precision and choose architectural, right? It might be structural, it might be civil engineering or manufacturing, but ours is architectural. So I'm going to click down here and then I say publish. That is all. So while you click on publish, it's going to ask you where you want to save your drawing. So let's say we want to save ours on the desktop and say the name is FF, just as it's being saved, or we say tutorial 1. tutorial 1, right? So we'll have it right there. So just select, and then they ask you, do you want to save the current list of sheet? Probably you say yes, and then you close it. So that is it. It's plotting now, it's doing the magic, and it will merge everything as one. So you see is the job in progress is sheet 1 of 3. So when it's done, we'll just go to the desktop and locate it there. So I'm going to open my desktop right now. So back on the desktop where so this is my desktop here. I'm going to locate that file. I said tutorial 1, right? So let's locate T. Under T, this is it. So let's open it. So this is it. Look at the way it's on. It's all clean and really well looking and presentable. Are you seeing this? You see the title block, everything is there, really nice. So this is always a professional way of presenting your work, right? So you present your final work in this manner here. The client will love it. When you print it out, you will really appreciate the quality. Okay, so thank you for checking out on my channel today, and please do like. It's really important for the YouTube algorithm, so really share with your friends, click on that like button and leave a comment so that we get to know what we can do better and improve ourselves together as engineers and as architects, right? So I'll be stopping here today, and do have a wonderful time. Hallelujah.